Matt, good morning to you. Well, the political and economic fallout of the US's latest sanctions against Turkey is just getting underway. President Trump announcing overnight a series of symbolic tariffs and sanctions against key individuals here in Turkey and on the economy. These new penalties include a 50% increase on steel tariffs, a move seen as largely symbolic given the low amount of steel that Turkey actually exports to the United States, and a halt on negotiations over a $100 billion trade deal. Again, it was already delayed, so that move is too seen as having more bark than bite. The US Treasury Secretary, Stephen Mnuchin, addressing the media overnight, saying that these new measures also individually target a number of people within Turkey's government, including the Interior, Defense and Energy Minister. Listen in.
We've warned all along. Our desire is not to shut down the Turkish economy. Our desire is to see an appropriate response. These sanctions will be very severe on the Turkish economy. We can continue to ramp up these sanctions. So we were very clear in warning the government of the sanctions. We were deliberate last Friday in not putting them in place.
Treasury Secretary Mnuchin there saying the goal of the United States is not to destroy the Turkish economy. However, that also flies in the face of earlier comments from the US President Donald Trump, who said he did want to obliterate the economy. Interesting when you look at all of this in the context of what's going on in and outside of the United States as well. We've also heard from the US Vice President Mike Pence, who had a direct message to the Turkish President, Mr. Erdogan, who has been called upon to enact a ceasefire in northern Syria and begin negotiating with the Kurds. Here's part of what Mr. Pence had to say.
The United States of America did not give a green light to Turkey to invade Syria. The President has been very clear on that point and reiterated that to President Erdogan today. President Erdogan, I think, knows President Trump's mind on this matter very clearly today, but President Trump pressed him very strongly in the telephone call today to immediately embrace a ceasefire.
Matt, it's still unclear exactly how Turkey is going to respond to these latest measures. However, President Erdogan has also said that nothing will stop his campaign in northeastern Syria, and he won't quit until the mission is complete. The domestic fallout for President Trump is also still unclear at this point as well. Republicans and Democrats alike have been consistent in their messaging to him, urging him to do more to halt Turkey's actions in Syria. Whether or not this is an incentive for him to do so also remains to be seen, and whether or not we might also potentially see more sanctions or more actions coming from the United States and targeting Turkey is also up in the air. One thing we can also look at, Matt, is the impact on the currency here. It has certainly been under pressure, and this deepening rift between Washington and Turkey certainly does nothing to instill confidence in the currency.
Hey everybody, it's Hadley Gamble from our new CNBC Middle East Bureau in Abu Dhabi. Thanks for stopping by. Now to watch more, you can try one of the videos that just popped up on your screen. And don't forget to subscribe.